many mouth sounds I'm gonna make tonight. A few. Just want y'all to enjoy the sunset. I'm gonna enjoy it myself for a little bit. Got the truck all fixed up, picked up a load in Mount Pelier, Ohio. I live in Michigan and never knew there was a Mount Pelier, Ohio. I thought there was only a Mount Pelier, Vermont, where it is the capital, I believe. Daggone load of dress-up pieces for big trucks. It's like bezels for around the lights and stuff. But the daggone boxes are so dusty. It's settling down now. Ain't their fault I got allergies and stuff. The sinus is all rooted out. I'll make it. Gotta be good. Please be good. Please be good. Don't blame me right now, please. Why are you shivering, Lucas? Why are you shivering? It's nice and warm in here. These windmills, man. I'm just gonna keep my opinion to myself. I'll say this much. If you want to look into wind energy, look at what it takes to make those carbon fiber blades and what they do to them when they come to the end of their usefulness, which isn't very long. And I'll just leave it at that. Now, this idea of the green energy, I really don't know. There's another reason for it. It's not just like, oh, make the world a better place. There's another reason for it. I'll let you work out what it might be. You don't need my opinions on that stuff. I'm just a damn truck driver. I'm just gonna get this load from Ohio to Mississippi before 8 o'clock in the morning. And you know what? Nobody really gives a shit about anything other than that when it comes to me. And they shouldn't. You shouldn't care about my opinion at all. I mean, I hope that you come by and enjoy it. I do this as a catharsis. I'm glad that some people enjoy it. But I do this to have somebody to talk to when there's nobody but Lily. And I don't feel so crazy when I'm talking to the ether, but knowing that someone may hear it one day. But that said, I mean, my opinions are simply that. My opinions. It's just like your sphincter hole. Everybody's got one, and they all spew out poo-poo from time to time. And smell bad, I hear. So, you know, whatever. Windmills. Look at the windmills. They're beautiful. I don't know if you can even see them. Can you see them? Maybe. Oh, yeah, you can probably see them a little bit. I can't spend a lot of time looking at that screen. Somebody pointed out earlier, they were asked, I uploaded a short, they were like, what are you doing, dropping my Braille? I love the internet. Because, you know, if you're being stupid, somebody's going to bust your balls. And somebody's going to bust your balls even if you're not being stupid. And you know what? We all need that. We in a lot of ways, we lost sight of the you know, the rift between men, hell, between women. It's best to be kept the rift between men and women, though. You know, women, we do it in different ways. And, you know, you start riffing around and talking trash on a chick, you know, she ended up crying right here. At the shop today, if you heard myself and Kip, the owner of Pro Masters Only, and his right-hand man, Paul, talking, well, you might have thought we hated each other, but we don't. We all get along real well. Well, turn off my navigation system. It looks like it might be unplugged from below. Battery's dying. I got Google. I won't lose my way. Going down to a little place called Holly Springs, Mississippi. Holly Springs. I'm not sure where it is. I mean, I got it programmed into Google, but in the old days as a truck driver, you got an old arcane thing we called an atlas. It was full of these drawings that people would put on paper called maps. And now Maps is just an app that you have on your phone. But whatever. All I could say is I think that in the end, all the technology makes us dumber. We don't get much smarter. I'm going to keep y'all around till this sun disappears. And to be perfectly honest, I'm going to put on Monsters. I've been listening to Monsters on YouTube. It's about killers. And you know, I think I listen to those things differently than most people. When I hear these stories about this, you know, these horrible, terrible things that people do to each other, you know, murder. We're talking about murder, and murder most foul most of the time. I mean, daggone terrible, terrible goings-ons. I listen to this and I think to myself, therefore, but for the grace of God, there go I. I am a murderer, I could be. I mean, I'm saying I'm a murderer as in I've murdered somebody. But, you know, there's been times where I've hated somebody so intensely that I wished them dead, and daggone it, I don't care if you believe in God and heaven or Vishnu and Ishtar or whatever you believe in. If you look at somebody with hate in your heart and you wish them dead, you might as well have killed them. As far as morality goes, you got that evil in your heart. It means that you would kill them. And so I hear these things and I tell myself, you gotta watch yourself, Dustin.
Welcome to Indiana.
Oh, well, thank you, Google. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful place to be. I tell myself, watch it, Dustin. You don't know. You have no idea when you could let your guard down and let hate enter into your life to the point where you would do the most horrible thing that I can ponder. Rape's bad. It's bad. I don't want to be raped, and I don't mean just man rape woman, men rape men, you know, women may rape men. Rape is bad. But in the end, once you figure out how to look at yourself in the mirror again, you know, now I'm not speaking from experience, I'm assuming these things again. But you know, you can brush yourself off, you can move on. But once somebody ends that life, you know, I mean, even if somebody was to take away your ability to walk, even if you were paralyzed, you know, you still have hope, you still have a mind. Look at Hawking, God rest him. Look at Christopher Reeve, Superman. You know, went on to star in another movie even, and he proved his acting prowess because he was paralyzed and all he could use was his face, and man, he did good. I tell you, Christopher Reeve, Superman one day, kicked off a horse, broken neck. But even in those situations, a human being can find hope. Now, I'm here to tell you, I believe I'd find that awful hard. It'd be hard. But you can find it. But once your life is gone, the hope ends. There's no hope this side or the other side of the grave. I like to quote Kubrick from Full Metal Jacket. The dead know one thing. It's better to be alive. I'll also quote Ezekiel 9:5 The living know that they will die, but the dead know not anything. The memory of them is forgotten, and they have no part in anything under the sun. So I'm not trying to be morbid, even though I guess a lot of the times I turn that direction. Chalk it up to my Jewiness or whatever. My hand-wringing, worrying Jew side. I don't know. But I can't help but always encourage folks. Love the people you love today. Go visit that grandma you haven't seen. Make up with that brother that you're fighting with. Make sure that your wife knows you love her every night, for God's sake. Don't ever let the sun set on an argument. You don't do it. Don't you do it. When you get ready to go lay your head down, there's animosity between you and your loved ones. You get your ass out of bed, you son of a bitch, and you tell them you're sorry. I don't care if you don't even feel it. Say you're sorry. Ask them to forgive you. Then forgive them instantly. Don't wait. And mean it. If you don't mean it then, say it until you fake it till you make it. Why am I saying these things? Because there's no hope in the grave where you're going. We're all going there. We live 1 foot on one side, 1 foot on the other, astride that grave. In any false move, kaputs. We plots. Here I am driving down the road, 65 mile an hour. Mistake. I fall asleep tonight. I'm done. I'm a golden oldie, flash in the pan, lovely memory. But and that doesn't matter because I wouldn't know, but the ones that I love would know. And what if there was hate? What could I do then? People would say, "Oh, haunted by a ghost. I seen my dead." But no, you didn't. Whether it be aliens playing tricks on us or the devil or whatever you want to say, I don't buy it. When you're dead, you're dead. You're dead and done. You're in the dirt. You're worm food. Your thoughts are gone. Your breath ceases. You get cold, you assume room temperature, and you are no more. You can nothing. Do something now. There's something you're telling yourself. I see one person is here right now. I got an impression. There's something you're telling yourself, my friend that's listening right now. You've been telling yourself something for a year or more. It may be to lose 5 pounds. It may be to gain 20. It may be to make up with that loved one. It may be to meet a new friend. It may be to cut back on work or work more. Who knows? You know what it is. Do that thing. Don't do it because I'm telling you either, God forbid. Don't do it because the world wants you to do it. Do it because you've been thinking about it. Do it because you don't know if you can do it and you're afraid to try. Then do it. Just do it. Oh man, I just realized I'm quoting what's his name from Transformer. Just do it. No, But you got to. Sometimes you have to look at yourself and listen to me now. I'm telling you this from me to you, my friend. What I want you to do for the next week, and I'm talking to you that's been here. You get up in the morning for the next 7 days. Do this for me, and it'll be good for you. You get up in the morning for the next 7 days, and when you wake up, find the closest mirror you can find. You look right in that mirror, and you say, what can I do today for you? And point right at yourself. Once you make that statement, why don't you take it? And hey, listen, I'm not going prosperity gospel or all this touchy-feely, lefty nonsense or righty, whatever it is. I'm not going there. It's not all about you, but if you don't do this, you can't do for anyone. So what are you going to do today for you? Insert your name here. And once you do that, once you look yourself in the mirror and ask that question, what will you do today for you? Go and ponder it. Give it a good 5 minutes. Give it a going over in your mind. Whatever that thing is. Make it a priority. I hope that you wouldn't want to do any evil, but each man has to make their own decisions in life. I would hope that it would be a benevolent, wonderful thing that you do. But whatever it is that you need to do, do it because you're going to the fucking grave. I was listening to Jordan Peterson the other day. I'm going to say one more thing before I cut off. If anybody's listening here, I drank alcohol for years and years. I had a good friend, the Britisher, and I quit for a while. I got mad at him and he got mad at me, and unfortunately, I guess he'll always be my friend, but whatever it is, it is. And, that anger drove me, I guess, to prove some point to him, and I begun to drink again. I'll tell you something, man. It's the worst thing I ever did. I should never touch alcohol. Now, I'm not telling you not to drink, don't get me wrong. Hey, man, as far as I know, you got no problem with it. I'm the idiot. I'm the moron. But I had to do that and look at myself and say, what are you going to do today for you, Dustin? And the answer was, you're not going to drink alcohol today, son. And I don't subscribe to the one day at a time. And not that doesn't work for anybody. And I'm going to quit giving all these caveats. I'm just going to tell you how I do it. I don't subscribe to the Bill's way. I'm not a friend of Bill. I'm a friend of Jesus Christ, but I don't believe he gives no lifelines either. Jesus gives you what you need at birth, much like Crom, and then it's up to you. So once I realized that the thing I had to do for myself that day was to not drink, I busied myself at getting busy. I bought this truck. I started a business when, in all reality, I had no reason to do it. Everybody could use more money. Let's face it, doesn't matter how much you got. I'm not rich, but I didn't have to do this. But I did have to do it. If I was going to accomplish my goal. So let me get back to Jordan Peterson. I heard Jordan Peterson the other day, and it just solidified this with me. He said, so you want to drink, do you? Well, how much? And he did it in that Kermit voice, and he was yelling. He said, how much? When? He said, are you going to go out to the pub and drink, 40 beers a day? Or, are you going to be a drunk? Or are you going to say, I'm going to have 4 drinks? Well, when? How much? And then you tell yourself that. He said, because what do you want to do? Do you want to approach your drinking as a philosopher poet or as a worthless drunk? And I won't lie. I don't weep much, but a little tear. I think maybe some dust floated in the window of the truck, and I think it hit me in the eye, but I don't know. But I felt a little mote in my eye, and it pricked me, and a little liquid ran out of that eye. And I realized something, that it was the universe reaffirming that thing that I needed to do for myself, so that I could do for my wife, so that I could do for you if you need it, so I could do for the world, because we are put here to do for one another. We're not put here to do and to reach and grab and take and grasp and covet everything and scrape it up into our storehouse. That way lies madness, my friends. Scrooge McDuck never had a happy day. So I want to leave you with this thought. Do for yourself, do that thing that you've been wanting to do. Make it happen, no matter how hard. In fact, the harder, the better. And if you fail, fail fast. Fail as quickly as you can, so that you know what you did wrong. You can fix it, you can keep on going. Never let a failure knock you down too long. Get up, son. Dust yourself off. We're men. We must be men. They're robbing us of our testosterone. They're poisoning our air. They're poisoning our food. They're filling us with microplastics. But we gotta be men. We gotta strive through it, no matter what it takes. And that's why tonight, even though I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning and driven from Midland, Michigan to Cleveland, Ohio, from Cleveland, Ohio to Mount Pelier, Ohio, and now from Mount Pelier, Ohio to Holly Spring, Mississippi. Though I may be tired, I will get out, run around the rest area with Lily Dog. I will drink coffee. I will get this load through to the hard-working American men that depend on me to get it through. Be damned. Safety third. I'll do it. They will not go without a job tomorrow unless I'm dead, stiff on a cooling board. Simple as that. And I'm about to jump on 30 here, it looks like. Whatever this is, 0.4 mile.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto the I-469 South, US 30 East ramp.
And as I head south, I ask you to, pray to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob if you care to. That's the one I pray to. But, think about me tonight, if you will, and I'll think about you. Tell who you tell, whether it's your wife or your husband, or whether it's my God or your God, whether it's
Turn left
universe.
onto the
Just
I-469
ask him to
south
keep
ramp.
us safe. Ask him to give us strength to do the things we say we're going to do. Ask the powers that be to insert that invisible
In a
steel
quarter
rod
mile, merge
up
onto
our
I-469
backbones
south,
so that
US
we
30
can
east.
remain upright no matter the situation. And I'll tell you what, folks, I'm going to pull over right here because somebody did point out I'm driving by Braille, and I got to be careful. I can't be dumb, and I want to look at you just quickly before I go. So all that said, from the bottom of my heart, Lily Dog and I, we might not know every last one of you, but we like you. We want you to succeed. We want the best for you, and we want you to know that, hey, whether you like it or not, God does love you too. So remember this. If you don't remember anything else this fat, bald old Jew boy says to you, remember this, please. Please don't forget it. Took me a while to write this, but I'll never forget it. Be good to your friends. Be good to your family members. Be good to your loved ones. Be quick to say you're sorry. Be even quicker to accept an apology, especially when that thing your friend, family member, or loved one has done seems to be so huge you'll never be able to forget about it. Because my constant viewer, my beloved rider, at a time you think not, your friends, your family members, your loved ones, your life, everything you hold dear will depart from you. Hey, this is the Laughing Ogre and Lily the Dog. Hey, Lily Boobs. And Lily the Dog saying good night, God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, God willing. Okay, I think I can stop it by hitting that X, and then I gotta say I mean it, and then I'm gonna just push that button, and I'll go hit that one.